If I wanted to have a second cup of coffee in the afternoon, but my mother said no, how do I convince her otherwise?
I love that question. So actually, I talk with students during the school year several days a week because when they adopt my book, AP classes adopt my Thank You for Arguing. And I teach these kids how to manipulate their parents.
Yeah.
Sorry about this, but it's a great way to teach rhetoric because,
Yeah.
when you persuade your parents, and if your parents can be persuadable, you then learn to persuade anybody, including markets. So you earn enough money to support your parents when they're old. Mission. So I'll tell you the big thing to do if what you want is a second cup of coffee and your mean mother isn't letting you have one.
It's usually the dad, but I'm not going to go
The
there.
dad
That's
lays
okay.
over now.
It's
The
all
dad
good.
gives everything now, baby.
Jay's answering.
Okay.
But your daughter did say her mother, didn't she? Okay.
Yes, but there's a lot behind that. I read into things.
She said yes, but it's yes. Let's stick with the yes. Okay.
So the thing to do, and this is true with any kind of persuasion, and I got this straight from Aristotle, which is that you need to speak to your audience's advantage. Now, what do I mean by that? You have to say what's good for them. So you first have to find what your audience, in this case, your mother or father, wants or expects. And so you have to think, okay, what is my mother or father going to predict I'm going to say? And how do I not do that?
Yep.
And then secondly, how do I speak to what she wants? Now, a couple of things that any kid can speak to right away, and that is fear. Like your mother is fearing for the daughter's safety. Okay, so she's 14-year-old. Is she going to cross the street? More caffeine, the better. I mean, she's got to be alert. The other thing is to come up with, as a reader, she should be able to do her research and show that actually 2 cups of coffee, even for a 14-year-old, I'm no doctor, but she could probably say, here's some pretty good data. It's not going to hurt me. And it seems to be beneficial.
It's awesome.
So you're speaking to what the parent wants, the audience wants, which is that you want your kid to be safe and you want her to be healthy. Prove that this makes her safer and healthier, and she can get all the coffee she wants.
It's interesting.
That's a good answer.
I didn't want to go down this line of questioning, but the way you've positioned it is nowadays, it seems like persuasion, it probably does the opposite of that.